Good morning. I'm back after the weekend. Had a wonderful weekend with my wife and son. Just us. Really nice and quiet, which was great. My wife got me these AirPods, so I'm trying these today in my garage. So we'll see how it works out. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 5. And this has to do with the actual cross-reference, which is 1 Corinthians 5:1. That has to do with the sinner that had his father's wife. So it explains it a bit further here. All right. Paul's sorrow over the incestuous person concerning which he wrote to them in his former epistle, 1 Corinthians 5:1, was much modified because it was not countenanced by the majority. He did not wish to burden them all with this serious sin. Now, indeed, that the majority have administered the needed rebuke, and it has had a salutary effect, he would have them restore him to their fellowship again. He had doubtless been delivered unto Satan for the destruction of the flesh. Yet this was that the spirit may be saved. 1 Corinthians 5:5. Such is the invariable object of God's judgments. They may seem harsh and vindictive, but they eventuate in salvation. They may seem baneful at first, but they are all dictated by the love that uses them to reveal itself. Like the returned prodigal, the Corinthian sinner became the special object of their love. From this, it is evident that God is able to use Satan himself as a destroyer for the ultimate welfare and blessing of the saints. It proves so in Job's case. Read the whole book of Job. You'll see it. May he not be able to undo all his deeds in this manner. The grave and disquieting concern of the apostle for the Corinthians is most signally evident from his conduct at Troas. Once before he had been there, intending to preach the Evangel, but the vision of the man of Macedonia drew him away. Now he finds himself not only in Troas, but with the special opportunity for service. While he probably remained in a considerable time and saw much to encourage further effort, his love and solicitude for the Corinthians draws him away again. He expected to meet Titus at Troas with news from Corinth. He was so concerned to know how they had received his epistle that he leaves the promising work in Troas and goes to Macedonia, probably meeting Titus at Philippi. The true servant of Christ is always triumphant. He need not be concerned whether his message be received or rejected, but rather him be sure that he is preaching Christ and him alone. So there you are, the message that's given out. That is the message that God gives through the messenger. It is not the messenger himself. It's what we give through our channels. We give a message, yes, and it's God's message through us. So the Spirit operates, and we're preaching Christ and him alone. His course, then, as the apostles, will be like the triumph of a Roman conqueror, accompanied by his friends and followed by captives laden with chains, while the whole procession is perfumed with the incense of many censers. The Roman triumph was but a rare occasion in the life of a general. It should be the continual course of the servant of Christ, who so preaches his grace that its fragrance is found even on those who reject the message of life. Too many in these days are like those of the apostle condemns. They make the word of God a matter of commerce and a means of gain. May he forgive them for such an infamous offense. Such grace as we have to dispense loses its flavor when coupled with avarice or cupidity. Avarice, Avarice. Look these words up. Or Cupidity. So, avarice and cupidity. All right, tomorrow we'll go into chapter 3, verse 1 in the Concordant Commentary. I like bringing these shows because it's just a short section that I go through. So hopefully You're getting edification from this. So with that, I will say happy Monday, and I will see you tomorrow. Grace and peace.